right, everybody, we'll go ahead and get started. Our first question comes from Jason Caldwell.
Bo, when you watch this Mississippi State defense on film, how different is this group than the one you played against last season?
Yeah, they put a lot of good stuff on video. They're very multiple. They do a lot of different things, especially different from last year. They were a little bit simpler last year. You know what you could expect. We had a good game plan for them going in last year. And this year, obviously, it's a lot different with new coaching staff, new season completely, a few new players, and so it'll be probably a lot different.
We'll go to Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Bo, you're coming up at the end of your second season, going into your third. What areas do you feel like you need to continue to improve and get better at, especially when you head into year 3 as a junior next year?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think continuing to, really all of it. I'd love to continue to make strides in every aspect of my game, but especially continue my success running the ball this year, carry that into next year, continue to build on my pocket awareness and just sitting in the pocket, making throws, which I've done really well this year, and then at the same time knowing when to get out of the pocket and just knowing that happy medium, fine line between those two, and then just being accurate.
We'll go to Jordan Hill.
Coach Malzahn talked today about Mississippi State's run defense. What stands out to you, and the things you guys need to do as far as being able to run the ball against?
Yeah, they do a lot of different things. They do a lot of twists, a lot of blitzing. They'll line up in different fronts, bring different blitzes, roll to different coverages, and so like I said, they're very multiple, which helps them a lot stopping the run. They're around and they're doing different things. They got guys everywhere at times, it feels like, and so it's just making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do, taking our steps, blocking who we're supposed to block, throwing to who we're supposed to throw to, and just executing offensively in both the passing and the running game.
Nathan King.
Hey, Bo, I remember you kind of had an immediate answer to this after the game, but after y'all watched the film on it, what have you kind of seen of what happened there in the fourth quarter and why you guys maybe weren't able to move the ball as well as you did earlier in the game?
Yeah, we got behind on first and second down, and that hurt us going into third and long. They did a good job of, I kind of like what I said after the game, they just did a good job of bowing their neck back and stopping us a few times. We tried to run the ball a few times on first and second down, and they did a good job of stuffing us, and then, like I said, kept us in third and long, and they had a lot of momentum.
Gianna Hahn.
Hey, Bo, so this offensive system uses the tight ends differently than you had last year. Now that you're almost at the end of the season, how do you think each of them has done, and how have you seen that develop?
Well, I think we've used them all in different situations, and they've all seen some time on the field, which has been great for their development. Obviously, guys like Shank and Luke, who have been here for a few years, they've kind of carried the weight as far as blocking, and Shank's played a lot of snaps, caught a few passes. And then JJ and Brandon Frazier, they've come in and played sparingly and done what we've asked them to do. JJ has come in and been a good blocker, and then Brandon we've asked to come out there and run some routes just with his bigger body and his catch radius, and so they've all done a great job developing, and obviously with Shank and his experience, because he's been here the longest and he's played the most and stuff like that, he's probably ahead just as far as experience and knowing what's going on and kind of adapting in a in-game situation. And then obviously those other guys have had some great reps this year, and they're going to hopefully keep up.
As you kind of Shanker,
Go ahead.
so he's probably not the guy that a lot of people see or like in the stats or anything. So how has he kind of quietly been an important part of this offense?
He's a battler. He's a worker on the field. He does exactly what he's supposed to do. He's in the right spot all the time. He's kind of a safety valve when you throw it to him. He's had some big conversions this year on third down when they've kind of kept him to himself and not covered him, and so he's done really well with that. And then he blocks his butt off, and he does a great job in the running game.
Follow up from Jason Caldwell.
But you mentioned your running. You guys seem to play much better when that's a big part of things. Is that becoming a more conscious part of things for you and trying to find those opportunities to run the ball?
Absolutely. I think this year I've kind of Found out in different ways how, strong and fast I really am. And sometimes coming into college, you're told that maybe, the game's going to be faster, the guys are going to be bigger and stronger. But this year running, I feel like I've kind of experienced a few runs to where I keep up with the guys, and I've finished some runs really well. And so it's kind of the knowledge of knowing that I can keep up with these guys and I can run with them, even though, like I said, you come into college and you think guys are completely different, but it's kind of me just figuring out my strengths and what I'm good at, and how I can be a capable runner and I can be successful.
Follow up from Justin Ferguson.
And Bo, what has it been like this year to play behind an offensive line that's had several injuries, guys moving in and out? I know that there wasn't a consistent five in fall camp either. What's that been like for you, trying to get used to kind of all those guys in front of you, kind of mix it up?
I think, like you said, it has been different. There has been new guys in at a lot of different times, starting back in fall camp and kind of carrying on through the season. But those guys have done a really good job in whatever we've asked them to do. They've gone in and played different positions, come in for different people, and so they've stepped up, especially here as of late. They're from about Ole Miss game on, they really started picking things up and they started playing really well with the experience that they gained with the first few games. And we knew all along it would just be experiences that they lacked. And once they got those experiences, played in real games, played in big games, seen the fast stuff, that they would pick up on it, and that's what they've done. And a lot of those guys have made huge strides this season, and we're looking forward to those guys coming back next year.
We'll go to Jordan Hill.
Looking at Mississippi State and their air raid offense, we know they can put up a lot of points with an air raid. Is it sort of a challenge for you guys on offense, knowing that this could very well wind up being a shootout? And do you guys go in thinking, we do need to show up ready to score a lot of points if they're able to get going?
Well, going in, we're confident in our defense and their plan to keep them low scoring and to hold up their end. And but at the same time, if you get in a game and you do have to score some points, we'll be prepared for that too. But we really believe that our defense is going to play well and they're going to stop them, and we're just going to execute offensively and put some points on the board to where by the end of the game we're up.
All righty, we'll wrap up with Jeff Shearer. Going once for Jeff Shearer.
I'm sorry, hey, I was muted. Bo, Eli Stoves' last game, last regular season game, he's been here a long time. What has he meant to this offense with his versatility and stability?
I think his playmaking ability, his ability to run with the ball in his hands, I think that's been his biggest attribute and biggest what he gives to the team. And he does a great job, obviously, with his experience. There's probably nothing left that he hasn't seen, and so he's done a really good job this year being a pass receiver. And we've asked him to do many, many things. He's played a lot of snaps. He's responded very well. And, I mean, you never know. He may stay for his 6th or 7th year by the end of this thing, and so we may have him around more. But he's a great teammate and great guy to play with. And he's just very, like you said, very versatile, and he's a really good player.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bo.
Thank you.